Rico, I believe the last time I sat in on a Friday, Prop Bet Casino went really well. I think I set like some kind of record. Is that correct?
You tied it. Since then, Kenny has jumped in.
Oh.
And you know what? And Kenny could have tied for first this week, but Kenny was so arrogant. He opted out of the last question. Said, I don't need to answer it. Texas. It was like, who's going to win the game, Giants or Jets? Texas.
I picked Georgia because David left them off the pick sheet.
Yeah, he picked Georgia. Give me Georgia. I was like, Kenny, you want to make it in Georgia? And that was the pick right there. So Mike and I tied last week at 9 apiece. David finished with 8. Kenny finished with 8.
Oh, you hate to see it. Let's
You
get
just
after
hate
it.
to see it.
Prop Bet Casino.
Okay, let's start with college. Let's start with the F team, not even the B team, in East Lansing. Senior Day. All of 10 people will be there.
Mm-hmm.
Michigan State takes on Nebraska. We start off with who should be the quarterback, and Sam Levitt, over under 0.5 touchdown passes.
I'll go under because, like you said, I don't know if he's going to be the guy for the entirety of the game. And Nebraska plays a little defense. I'll go under.
But it's 0.5. I mean, even if he's in late for some reason, or even if he's the starter.
He threw a try-hard last week.
And, okay, so definitely over then. 1 is not that hard to do.
Famous last words.
I know, he doesn't play for Georgia.
Have you seen Michigan State play? They can't score touchdowns. So under.
David, actually, I have, and he scored one last. He threw one last week.
I know, but it was a struggle.
Nate Carter, probably one of the only positive things from this season. Over under 54.5 rushing yards.
I'll go over. They should ride him. They should feed him.
But if they're down, how much are they actually going to run the ball? So
They're going to get blown out. If they're in the game, they can still run it.
I'm not saying they get blown out, but they might rely on the pass a little bit more. I'll say under.
I'm going to go over, reluctantly.
David, I'm going to go over as well, thinking that maybe he pops one big run combined with all the other little runs, and that'll get him to 55 yards. Over under total made field goals in the game between Michigan State and Nebraska. Over under 5.5.
Wow. As you started talking about it, I was like, maybe it's 3.5 and I'll go over. I'm going under at that number.
Yeah, I had the same thought when he said 5.5. Yeah, no, I'll take the under.
All right, I'll go over then.
What does the book know?
Thank you.
David, I'm with you. I don't see a lot of touchdowns. I see lots of field goals. That's just 3 field goals for each side in a 12-9 game. Well, actually, it'd be 4. And 12-9, 7 field goals.
Riveting. Can't wait to watch that.
Will defensive touchdown either team 0.5? Out defensive touchdown, special teams touchdown. Either team 0.5.
The odds would be astronomical. I'm going no, under.
Yeah, I tend to think under as well.
Yeah, I'm going to hold on. Let me slow down here.
What is there to consider?
A pick 6. Michigan State.
You looking at the 2 deep, seeing if there's like a guy who could take it to the house?
Pick
I'm gonna
6,
go over.
scoop and score.
Yeah, I'm going to go over.
Or punt return.
Kick return, yeah.
I'm going over as well, David. Either team.
Yeah.
Combined score. Michigan State, Nebraska, which I think is at what? You're the cash the ticket guy. Is it 34.5?
Yeah, but your team's toxic. We don't really bet them.
No. Or Kevin Durant's total points
Against the
Pistons the next day. So the combined score between the two teams or Kevin Durant the next day against the Pistons.
I'll go KD. For as much as the Pistons have played defense early, they haven't lately. Suns need a get-right spot. Here come the Pistons.
The total for that game is so low. I think you almost have to go KD.
Wondering in the back of my head, is KD going to even play? But he's the only Phoenix Sun star that is playing. So he will play, which means he will score more than them combined.
Okay. I got KD as well. The game changer, Donovan Edwards. Over under 0.5 touchdowns.
I believe he had one the last time they played in the Big Ten title.
No, he had one this year. One.
No, but I'm saying like a year ago in this
yeah,
matchup.
yeah.
I'll give him one in this game.
Yeah, I always say yes to this one, so I'll say yes again.
And I believe I always say no to this one, so I'm going to say under.
David, I'm with you. I'm going to go under. JJ McSizzle, over under 2.5 touchdown passes.
Spread's like 32.5. They think Michigan's going to roll up a ton of touchdowns. Yeah, I'll take the over.
Yeah, he'll have 3 by halftime.
Yeah, spot at night.
Yeah.
He'll have 5 by half. No, he won't. Not by halftime. But yes, he will go over.
Yeah, I think they're going to try to, start pushing him for the Heisman. Won't get my vote, but, pushing him for the Heisman.
Sparty Radio.
Okay. David, who is Michigan playing in preseason basketball tonight?
I believe they're playing Southfield A&T. No, Northwood or something, right?
Yeah, I think it's Northwood. So, Michigan's total points against Purdue versus the halftime score for the U of M Hoops team against Northwood or Northville or Southfield A&T.
Michigan hoops are so bad, but I feel like that's the move. I guess I'll take basketball.
Yeah, give me Michigan Northville.
You taking basketball as well, Kenny?
Yeah, yeah.
I'll go football. Michigan, Purdue.
David's going football. You know what, David? They got a point to prove. We've been bashing them. We haven't been fair to them on the radio, and I'm sure they Mike and I have been blasting it through the speakers. They're going to come out here and try to kill Purdue. Top 25 upsets in college football, over, under 4.5.
Some good games this week. I'm going to say under. Not feeling it.
He does not believe in love.
5 upsets or more?
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Kenny?
I can't predict that.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of games.
There's a lot of games, but
you got
that's a lot of
USC,
upsets.
Washington. You got Oklahoma State.
I could see 3 or 4. That might be feasible, but 5 or more? No.
Clemson, Notre Dame may be one.
Kansas State.
Yeah.
Kansas State, I could see that.
Missouri over Georgia.
Can't see that one.
Yeah, Missouri over Georgia.
No.
Absolutely.
I'm going to go under. Just for you, Kenny.
You going under, Kenny?
Yeah, under.
Well, the house will go over. All right. Roman Wilson receiving yards. Trey Mosley receiving yards.
Roman Wilson's number one target. We think Michigan's going to put up a lot of points. He will be featured. I'll take Roman Wilson.
If your JJ push is real, too, it's got to be Roman.
Correct. I agree. Yes, your theory on JJ
He's always
means
open.
Roman. Yeah. Because they're cheating.
See, I think that this is going to be a Loveland type of game. So I'm going to say Trey only because Loveland is going to be the guy. I really do like him. He's going to be that guy. He actually will go and do something in the league. I don't know about some of the other players. Will there be a defensive touchdown in the game? Michigan, Purdue. For Michigan.
So this isn't both teams. This is just Michigan.
Just
Now they've done this. They've done this a couple times.
Defensive special teams touchdown.
Sure.
Is somebody putting on the buffs?
Sure. I'll say yeah.
I'll say
Of course
no.
it's a slap.
I'll say no.
Yeah, can't remember if they hit the record already, but yeah, they'll get one. Pick 6.
Kenny, you said under. Davis over. I'm going to go under as well. Here's one for you. Caleb Williams, Michael Penix Jr., combined touchdown passes in this game.
Over.
Okay, Mike, I got you as over. You're already locked in.
Yeah, we've been doing that, by the way. Just if you say over before the question.
He actually locks it in?
It's locked in.
I'm fine with it. There's not a number you can make it. It's fine.
I'll actually hear the number. I want to hear the number.
David, you want to hear the number?
I don't.
Okay. You over?
I'm over.
Okay.
David's in.
David is over. Over under Kenny, 8.5.
Oh,
Yeah. Yes, over.
I still think it's over, but it's a little closer. I thought you were going to say like 7 or.
Oh, come on. That's
something
too
like
easy.
that.
I thought he was going to mess with me and go 13.
Right. 15. All right, cool.
No, I have integrity.
No, I'll take the over.
Okay. Nobody scouted these. Okay.
But what about the
You're
tunnel?
taking the over?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kenny, I think I'm going to take over as well. Iowa total points. They fired their own. Well, he's going to be fired 14.5.
Oh, I was going to blind fire the under, but still under.
Okay.
What was the number?
14.5.
Yeah, it's under.
Under.
Wait, why are they firing the OC?
Because he didn't hit the number. He had to average 25 points a game.
Season's not over. Maybe they could go off and score, 45 a game the next couple
Unless
weeks.
they're putting up 50 for the final 4 games.
No, but it shows how little faith they had. It's not mathematically, but they're like, hey, Brian, no offense. There's no way.
Bubby.
See ya.
Well, you have no quarterback. You have no tight ends. You got nothing. We're just going to go ahead and, yeah.
I still maintain every OC should have that clause.
I'm going to go over simply because they're going to have a new OC. He's going to be ticked off. They'll kick 5 field goals and score 15 points. All right. Halftime score of the Giants-Raiders game. Just 2 garbage teams. Over under 17.5.
I think it's over. That seems a little low, even for bad teams.
What was it again?
17.5 halftime score.
I'll go over.
Daniel Jones is back. I'm going over.
I am going under. And finally, Eagles, Cowboys, Jalen Hurts passing touchdowns over under 2.5.
Cowboys have a good secondary. I'm going to go under. Top 3 in the sport.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Under.
Over. Fantasy.
I don't play fantasy, but over as well. That's your prop bet casino 97.1.